Alexander Sawney Bean was said to be the head of a 45-member clan in Scotland in the 16th century that murdered and cannibalized over 1,000 people in the span of 25 years. According to legend, Bean and his clan members would eventually be caught by a search party sent by King James VI and were executed for their heinous crimes. According to the Newgate calendar, Alexander Bean was born in East Lothian during the 16th century. His father was a ditch digger and hedge trimmer, and Bean tried to take up the family trade but quickly realized that he was not fit for this work. He left home with an allegedly vicious woman named Black Agnes Douglas, who apparently shared his inclinations and was accused of being a witch. After some robbing and the cannibalization of one of their victims, the couple ended up at a coastal cave between Girvan and Ballantrae. The cave was 182.88 meters deep, and the entrance was blocked by water during high tide, so the couple were able to live there undiscovered for some 25 years. Sawney and Agnes produced 8 sons, 6 daughters, 18 grandsons, and 14 granddaughters. Various grandchildren were products of incest between their children. One fateful night, the Bean clan ambushed a married couple riding from a fair on a horse, but the man was skilled in combat, and he held off the clan with a sword and pistol. The Bean clan fatally mauled his wife, but before they could take the resilient husband, a large group of fairgoers appeared on the trail and the Beans fled. The fairgoers took the survivor to the local magistrate, whom they informed of this experience. With the Beans' existence finally revealed, it was not long before King James VI of Scotland heard of the atrocities and decided to lead a search with a team of 400 men and several bloodhounds. They soon found the Bean clan's previously overlooked cave, thanks to the bloodhounds. Upon entering the cave by torchlight, the searchers found the Bean clan surrounded by human remains, with some body parts hanging from the wall, barrels filled with limbs, and piles of stolen heirlooms and jewelry. There are 2 versions of what happened next. The most common of the 2 is that the Bean clan was captured alive, where they gave up without a fight. They were taken in chains to the Tolbooth jail in Edinburgh, then transferred to Leith or Glasgow, where they were promptly executed without trial, as people saw them as subhuman and unfit for trial. Sawney and his fellow men had their genitalia cut off and thrown into fire, their hands and feet severed, and were allowed to bleed to death, with Sawney shouting his dying words, "It isn't over, it will never be over." After watching the men die, Agnes, the fellow women, and the children were tied to stakes and burned alive. These execution practices recall, in essence if not in detail, the punishments of hanging, drawing, and quartering, decreed for men convicted of treason. There was another claim that the search party placed gunpowder at the entrance of the cave, where the Sawney Bean clan faced the fate of suffocation. According to the Scotsman newspaper, there is debate over the validity of the Sawney Bean tale. Some people believe that Sawney Bean was a real person, whilst others think he was a mythical figure. The Sawney Bean legend closely resembles the story of Christy Cleek, which is attested much earlier in the 15th century. Christy Cleek is a mythical Scottish cannibal who lived during a famine in the mid-14th century. The legend of Sawney Bean first appeared in the British magazines of the day. Today, many argue that the story was political propaganda, a tool to denigrate the Scots after the Jacobite rebellions. In popular culture, Wes Craven used Sawney Bean as the inspiration for his film The Hills Have Eyes. In the manga and anime Attack on Titan, it recounts the tale of a cannibalistic clan to be captured. The tale ends by naming the two titans Sawney and Bean. The legend's influence can also be seen in the films Ravenous and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And finally, in the Image Comics series Hack Slash, the main character Vlad, aka the Meatman Killer, is eventually revealed to be a descendant of Sawney Bean. So what do you think about the legend of Sawney Bean? Was he an historical character, or was it English propaganda against the Scots? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching.